Okay. So, don't you wonder, in terms of reincarnation, don't you wonder whether your parents are going to be your parents again, or like the people that you just love, 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 love? Don't you wonder if you're going to see them again? You know what I mean? Not like on the part where they meet you after you cross over and y'all go towards the light. No, I'm talking about, do you get to do another incarnation together again? Do you get to play again in like a lifetime? You know? Like I wrote about this in my book. I interviewed Torah, who is an entity who is channeled by Sean Randall. And in fact, I studied channeling with Torah for many years ago. One of my questions to him was about, whether post this incarnation, on the other side, will I see my parents and will I know that they were my parents? And he's like, yeah, but it won't be that big a deal. It's like, it's not, it's, and I was bummed by that. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh my gosh, it is a big deal, But he spoke as if there's some other understanding that comes about once we pop out of these bodies and are now in the realm of limitlessness, especially. We're like blended with that divine intelligence, and we're in the oneness consciously with everything in God and all of that. And so we know more. That bummed me out. I was like, no. So this James Leninger, who is, oh my gosh, he's in his 20s now. He might be almost 30 at this point. I'm not sure. But he is the one who was a little boy who remembered his previous life as a World War II pilot. And his mom and dad, or just his mom, I think it was mom and dad, Andrea and Bruce Leninger, they wrote a book called Soul Survivor, which I highly recommend. And then there's this other kid, Christian Hopt, who has returned to this incarnation, and he was Lou Gehrig, okay, in a previous. Now, both of these kids have talked about how they chose their parents. The James one, which I think is interesting. First, it's interesting he was James in that previous. He was James Houston, as the pilot, and now he's James Leninger in this. So it's the same name, which is interesting. He said that he chose his parents. It was like, I chose you. I decided that you would be my parents while you were in that red hotel in Hawaii. I mean, I'm not, the details not exactly, but it was like that. They were in some building at some place. And he described it perfectly. While you were there, that's when I decided you were going to be my parents. And they're like, whoa. Like, first of all, how would he know that they were there, right? Okay, so there's that. And that was kind of cool, but it changed what I thought. I thought that we decided these things, the scenarios, the life scripts that we would live with each other in all of our incarnations. I kind of thought that it all happened once a long time ago. But it's kind of like this is a developing thing or something, because he like picked them right before, being conceived and coming on into this incarnation. Then the other one that I think is interesting is Christian. He tells his mother, now this is the Lou Gehrig one, right? He tells his mom that she was his mother in that other incarnation when he was Lou Gehrig. I love that. I love that. See, I believe a lot of that has happened. And I believe that we switch positions with each other. Here's how I've come to understand it. That we switch positions, kind of, like my dad and I were brothers in a different incarnation. My mom and I was my mom's mother in a different incarnation. Stuff like that. Like we switch positions to have different life experiences. And I also think that the reason, like, have you ever thought about why do you love somebody so deeply? Like the kind of love like mom, dad, brother, sister love. That deep, blood love. You know what I mean? Why? And I really feel that it is an accumulation of all the love that you've experienced with these people lifetime after lifetime. That's all that makes sense to me. That, know what I mean? Yeah, good stuff. I hope you'll find my other videos on this topic and check them out. And I'd love your feedback. Please comment below. Thank you so much for listening.